The night was thick with darkness as I navigated the desolate stretch of road, the feeble glow of my headlights casting eerie shadows on the gnarled trees that lined both sides. A dense fog clung to the air, swallowing everything in its ghostly embrace. I could feel my heartbeat quicken as the isolation of the road enveloped me, a solitary traveler in a world that seemed to exist only in shadows. The radio crackled with static, occasionally producing distorted melodies that added to the ominous atmosphere. My grip tightened on the steering wheel, knuckles turning white as the unease settled in. The road seemed to stretch endlessly ahead, a ribbon of asphalt that led nowhere and everywhere all at once. As I drove, the forest on either side whispered secrets only the night could comprehend. Twisted branches reached out like skeletal fingers, clawing at the edges of my sanity. I tried to shake off the growing sense of dread, convincing myself that it was just my imagination running wild in the darkness. But the uneasiness persisted, a lingering presence that clung to the air like a malevolent spirit. Suddenly, my headlights flickered, casting the road into momentary darkness. Panic surged through me as the engine sputtered, threatening to surrender to the abyss. Desperation clawed at my chest as I pumped the gas pedal, willing the car to regain its strength. With a reluctant cough, the engine roared back to life, a fleeting victory against the encroaching silence. Relief washed over me, but it was short-lived. The road ahead seemed unfamiliar, like a sinister alteration in the fabric of reality itself. I checked my phone for navigation, only to find it devoid of signal. Panic clawed at my throat as I contemplated the isolation of the road. A solitary traveler in a world that had swallowed me whole. With a hesitant sigh, I continued down the unknown path, the trees casting elongated shadows that danced with malevolent intent. The fog thickened, wrapping around the car like spectral fingers, attempting to pull me into the abyss. I could feel unseen eyes watching me from the shadows, their gaze penetrating the veil of darkness. A distant figure emerged from the fog, a silhouette standing in the middle of the road. My heart pounded in my chest as I slowed down, squinting through the mist to discern the identity of the ominous figure. It stood motionless, a shadowy sentinel guarding the secrets of the night. As I approached, the figure revealed itself to be a hitchhiker, their face obscured by the hood of a tattered jacket. A shiver ran down my spine as I rolled down the window, the cold night air sending a chill through the car. The hitchhiker's eyes gleamed in the darkness, reflecting a haunting intensity that sent shivers down my spine. Without uttering a word, the hitchhiker climbed into the back seat, their presence casting a palpable darkness that permeated the car. I tried to ignore the unsettling feeling as I continued down the desolate road, the hitchhiker's silence becoming an oppressive weight in the confined space. The fog thickened, reducing visibility to mere feet ahead. Panic gnawed at my sanity as the road twisted and turned, a labyrinth of uncertainty that seemed designed to confound and disorient. The hitchhiker remained silent, their presence a foreboding omen that hung in the air like a spectral cloud. Abruptly, the car's headlights revealed a dilapidated structure looming in the fog, a decaying mansion that seemed to materialize from the depths of my nightmares. The hitchhiker pointed towards the ominous silhouette, their gesture urging me to stop. Fear and curiosity waged war within me as I pulled up to the decaying mansion, its windows staring back at me like vacant eyes. The hitchhiker exited the car without a word, disappearing into the mist as if swallowed by the shadows. Despite the ominous warnings that screamed in my mind, a morbid curiosity propelled me to follow. The mansion's creaking doors swung open, revealing a desolate interior shrouded in darkness. As I ventured deeper into the mansion's abyss, the air grew heavy with the weight of forgotten whispers. Unseen footsteps echoed in the silence, the mansion seemingly alive with a malevolent presence. The walls seemed to breathe, pulsating with a dark energy that permeated every inch of the decaying structure. A distant voice echoed through the halls, a mournful lament that sent shivers down my spine. I stumbled through the labyrinthine corridors, each step leading me further into the heart of the mansion's macabre secrets. The air grew colder, the atmosphere thick with the palpable sorrow of forgotten souls. In the darkness, I glimpsed ghostly apparitions, their ethereal forms flickering in and out of existence. Hollow eyes stared at me from the shadows, their silent pleas echoing in the recesses of my mind. The mansion seemed to feed on my fear, distorting reality into a nightmarish tapestry of torment. The hitchhiker reappeared, their eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. Without a word, they pointed towards a looming staircase that spiraled into the abyss. Dread clung to my every step as I ascended, the air growing colder with each passing moment. The mansion's malevolent secrets seemed to unfold with each creak of the stairs, a symphony of despair that echoed through the haunted halls. At the pinnacle of the staircase, I found myself in a dimly lit chamber, the air heavy with the stench of decay. A single flickering candle illuminated a decrepit altar, adorned with arcane symbols that seemed to writhe with dark energy. The hitchhiker stood beside the altar, their gaze fixated on a looming figure that materialized from the shadows. It was a spectral entity, a manifestation of the mansion's malevolence. Its eyes gleamed with an unholy light as it beckoned me towards the altar. Dread coiled in my stomach as I realized the sinister purpose behind this nightmarish journey. The hitchhiker spoke, their voice a haunting melody that resonated with the sorrow of forgotten souls. You have entered the realm of the lost, where the boundaries between the living and the dead blur. The mansion hungers for souls, and you have unwittingly become its offering. Desperation clawed at my sanity as the spectral entity advanced, its tendrils of darkness enveloping me. I tried to resist, but the mansion's malevolence was an inescapable force that consumed my very essence. The altar beckoned, a portal to a realm of eternal darkness. As the shadows closed in, the hitchhiker's voice whispered in the recesses of my mind, "Welcome to the abyss, where the night never ends and the lost wander for eternity." And with that, the darkness swallowed me whole, the echoes of my screams lost in the haunted halls of the forsaken mansion.